Hey guys, this is Sid. So welcome back again. So how's it doing? So as you can remember in the last video, I have shown you how you can move a player using a Oculus controller. So today I'll show you how you can raycast using the controller. So before going to the raycasting portion, so in the last video you may have seen that there is an issue when you launch the game, the camera is moving to the down. So you can overcome the issue by writing some script. So I'm showing you how you can fix it. So just go to your player script. So we need a variable here. For storing the position of camera, so we will store only the y position of the camera. So in the update method we are storing the position over position equals over camera dot transform dot position dot y. So we are storing only the y position. Now we have to create a vector 3 variable. So there we will use the x and z position of transform, that is the player, and y position of the camera. So we will pass this transform position variable to transform dot position. So we will replace transform dot position with transform position. So just replace it. Yes. So this will fix the issue. So there is a compiler error. So go to a script. Yeah, so the z is missing somehow. So dot z. Yeah, so now it is fine. So now let's go to the next episode, that is raycasting. So for that we will add some 3D object. So I'm taking a cube. I'm positioning it properly so that it can be visible to the camera. So guys, I'm adding a new tag. So I'm naming it as door. Save it. Click on cube and change the tag name to door. Now save the project. Go to the script file. It is controller.cs. Now we need a variable, a raycast hit variable. So raycast hit space hit. Now we will be checking the raycasting if physics dot raycast inside bracket transform dot position comma transform dot forward comma out space hit. opening and closing parenthesis. Now this will be a global hit. So inside this if statement, you have to check the tag only for the door. So you can do your business logic here for any hit. Okay. Now you have to give another if statement for checking the particular tag. So if hit dot collider not equals to null, and hit dot transform dot compare tag door. So I'm creating a new cube1, and again changing the tag name to door, positioning it. Now taking another cube, but I am not changing the tag name for this cube, that is for cube 3 I am not changing. So debug does not contain, oh, remove one debug. Now this is fine. So this is done. So now we will be doing some animation. So for that we will convert one cube to a structure like door. So scaling the cube to give it a structure like door. Yeah, it looks fine. Now moving another cube little back. Now I am creating a wall using this cube, so scaling it to give it a structure like boundary or wall. Positioning it to the ground. Yeah. So now copy this cube and create one more. Move it to the right hand side. Yes. Now create a material for the door. So create material, name it door, choose the color, now drag it to the door. Yeah. So now it is looking different compared to the walls. So now if you try to rotate it, it will rotate from the center. So you have to change the pivot point. So for that we have to take an empty object. So you can check my previous video for how for changing the pivot point. So I've shared the link in my description. You can check it from there. So now the pivot point is done. So now what we will do, we'll create some animation for opening the door and closing the door. So click on create. Now create a folder. Animation. Yeah. So give the animation name, that is door. Save it. Now click on the red button for recording the animation. Click on red. So now change your position Y. It will insert a keyframe into 0th position. Now change it to 0. Now click on 1 and update the rotation Y with 90 and stop the recording. So now hit the play button. So you can see the door is rotating. So it is playing the animation. Now create one more animation for closing the door. So it is opening the door animation and now closing the door. So door underscore close. Now hit the red button, the recording button. Rotation Y to 90 at the initial, and at 1 give it to 0. Now stop the recording, hit the play button. Now you can see it is closing. So it is closing. Yeah, so animation creation is done. Now save it. So change the tag name of cube to untagged and door to door. Now go to script, controller script. So we need two variables, one for the animator and one for the game object, that is the door object. So animator anim, which will be holding the animator of the door object, and one game object, that is public game object. And door. So you have to give the reference of door. Now inside start, initialize anim. So anim equals door dot get component inside angular bracket animator. So now we have to set the animations. So when the door is playing and when door underscore close will be playing. So go to window, animation, then animator. So here you can see two animations that we have created, door and door close. So we have to perform a logic here. It is click on parameter, add a variable, integer type. So I'm taking a variable as get open. So the initial value of get open is 0. So create a new state by right click state empty, name it as idle, make it as default state. So when the game will launch, it will go to the idle state. Now make a transition, right click, make transition, then click on the state. Click on the arrow, plus, equals, then change the value to 1. Now right click on the door, make transition, door close, right click on and click on the arrow, then click on plus, get open equals 0. Then right click on door close, make transition, click on door, click on the arrow, equals 1. So what it means, click on play button. So you can see initially it is in the ideal state. So when you change the value to 0 to 1, so changing the value to 0 to 1, so it is going to the door opening state. So you can see it is opening continuously. So we have to stop the looping. So go to project, then animation folder, then click on your animation and check loop time. Same for door close, uncheck loop time. Save it, then again play it, change the value to 1. So it is playing only for once. Now to 0, so it is closing. So you can see the animations are working properly. So now you have to do it inside your C# script. So go to the script file, copy anim, so anim dot set integer, inside quote, get open, and set the value to 1. So it will perform the get open animation, the door animation, right? So now add the reference of the door, click on hand and drag door to control the door. So guys, now save it. So no issues is there. So guys, now save it and export a APK file. Export an APK file and install it using ADB into your Oculus Go device. So thank you guys. So do let me know in the comment section if you have any query or any issue regarding the steps. So I will try to solve all of those. So thank you guys.